We're officially living in an upside-down clown world. The game is rigged. You can't win anything. You could just lie straight to somebody's face. They could ask you a question and call you out on it, and you could say, hey, let me just wait till you're not paying attention, then we'll circle back. Hey, here's a super basic and easy question that you should be able to answer. Yeah, well, let's circle back. I'm gonna circle back. I'm not sure. Let me circle back. Hey, 3 days ago I asked you something and you said you'd circle back. What's the answer now? Yeah, let me circle back. As if it wasn't already blatantly obvious that us low-level plebes are plagued by a different set of rules than the fat cat Wall Street types, this whole Robin Hood GameStop situation is certainly bringing that to the forefront and slapping you in the face with it. So much so, in fact, that for the first time in human history, the Grandmaster of Clownery, Alexandra Ocasio-Clueless, actually had a topic that some other people like Ted Cruz and Donald Trump Jr. agreed on. That this is fudged up, fam. And yeah, she's right. For the first time ever, but who even knows what her interests are? She's a Unity, the party of unity. So Senator Ted Cruz decided to reply to her tweet agreeing with her, and of course AOC had to clap back. She clapped back. She hit him with a clap back. Instead of taking this brief moment of unity and saying something good, AOC decided to reply, well, you tried to get me murdered 2 weeks ago. You can sit this one out. And of course, all of her adoring fans on Twitter were like, slay! Oh, slay, queen! Slay! Clap back! And naturally, because the world is garbage, she also tweeted back at Ted Cruz to get off my timeline and stop clout chasing. Clout chasing. From the queen of clout chasing! Okay, dope. Clap! Clap! Clap back! Queen! Say that 5 times fast. Clap! Clap back! Queen! Get off my timeline! Clap! So it is completely obvious that this Robin Hood situation, where they basically blocked small investors from being able to put their own money into a stock that they wanted to buy from their own free will, obviously to protect their rich investors and the billionaire class, it just doesn't get more obvious than this. Because you can't win, the game is rigged, money and power runs the operation, and the little guy gets squashed all the time. It doesn't matter that the billionaires have been utilizing these exact same systems to squeeze and screw over little investors since, I don't know, forever. They literally got clapped at their own game one time, and now they're just saying, oh my god, this is an attack on the wealthy. You have clowns on CNBC, these billionaires on CNBC, like, this is an attack. It's like, dog, okay. I just hope that this is a lesson, because I could tell you one thing. I didn't trust CNBC before, but I definitely don't trust them now, and I'm absolutely never going to consume anything or help give them any more money or attention ever again. And if you have the Robinhood app, it might be a good idea now to get out of there. These people are screwing people in real time. And you know what's the sad part about this? The real sad part about this? Companies like whatever, the company that, okay, with the search, okay, great. Over 100,000 people went to the store where you get applications that's not the Apple Store, and left 100,000 one-star reviews on the Robinhood app. And of course, naturally, because everything is garbage, the G company, gubernatorial, great, went and removed those 100,000 one-star reviews that dropped their score to 1 star and restored it back to over 4 stars. So if you're a small investor that's not paying attention or is unaware of what's going on, as everybody went there to sound the alarm and leave a 1 star, you don't even know about it. And since most of Robinhood's investors are millennials, they are literally, quite literally, being deceived right in real time. Even the reviews are rigged. Look it up. And you just have clown billionaires like Bill Ackman that went on CNBC 8 months ago saying that this is about to be the end of America. Meanwhile, this same guy benefited to the tunes of tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars in profit by buying positions, going on TV, sounding the alarm, scaring everybody, getting them to sell out of their positions, and then him getting wealthy. These people have manipulated the system all along, and they use their friends in the mainstream media and the high powers of gov to get these things through. The game is goosed. But hey, who cares? Nothing matters. I bet no one cares to know that Nancy Pelosi, the swamp monster of San Francisco, the anti-mask garbage version, I guess that from San Francisco, who's been sprinkling trash all over the planet for the last 50 years, She just happened to buy $500 calls on Tesla a couple days ago before Joey Basement announced that he's going to transition over 600,000 government vehicles to electric. And her exact same position has gone up hundreds of thousands of dollars in a matter of a few days. And of course, these garbagios then just go on CNBC, which has a financial interest in Robinhood, and then they just tout them around like, this is bad, it's bad for investors, we need to protect the investors. Yo, the game is goosed, it's rigged, they're all in on it together, and they are clapping our cheeks. The only way out of it is to not pay attention and not give them attention, to be aware of who's goosing us and move your money and attention elsewhere. These Wall Street fat cat types have been making backroom deals and goosing the market and conspiring to screw over the little guy since forever. And here you have a bunch of Reddit people organizing and talking about this in plain sight out in the open, and they get clapped. Awesome. But don't you dare call these powerful elites snakes, because apparently, according to PETA, there's a thing called speciesism. I was today years old when I heard about speciesism. Yes, that's right. The International Animal Rights Organization, known as PETA, has raised the alarm on another type of bigotry that they want to see stamped out, called speciesism. PETA is now chastising people who use animal slurs like, "you're a pig" and "don't be a chicken." Your words are illegal. But don't worry, if you just go to their Twitter account, they've included a flowchart to help you. Stand up for justice by rejecting supremacist language. Dog, come on. You can't make this stuff up. Their tweet literally says, calling someone an animal as an insult reinforces the myth that humans are superior to other animals. Dog, when's the last time a cow sent a rocket to the moon, fam? I love animals. Animals are great. I have a dog. I have had a goldfish. I like animals. I love animals. I don't think anyone should abuse or hurt animals. But what I'm not going to acknowledge is that we are not in some way superior to animals in the sense that we just literally are. This flowchart is the best. It says, instead of chicken, say coward. Instead of rat, say snitch. Instead of pig, say repulsive. Yo, are you calling pigs repulsive? That's speciesism. Look, I get it. I really do. I understand what they're saying, and I understand what the purpose is for this. But of all things to focus your attention on, species, like, okay, I understand, but come on, man. I can't wait for the backlash from this video. Bobby Sauce is a speciesist. Okay. Speaking of animals, these are jokes, I'm a comedian. Andrew Cuomo, the dehydrated owl governor of New York, who is quite possibly the worst governor on earth, is in the news again because it came out that his administration grossly underreported the nursing home deaths due to the corona clap by 50%. Yo, this guy won an Emmy and wrote a book congratulating himself for such a great job. Who do you think you are, Cuomo? A months-long investigation was conducted, and a 76-page report was released yesterday and found that the total actual number of deaths increased by 50% when actually including ones that died in the hospital, not just in the nursing home itself. And could you imagine what happened when the dehydrated owl was asked about this? And naturally, because I hate myself, I watched portions of this press conference, and I would have rather eaten some birdseed, but whatever. He literally goes, 96% of people who die are old and have comorbidities. 96%. And then he literally goes, who cares? Yo, who cares? Yo, so you mean the things that everyone's been saying all along about a lot of different things, and then he comes out with a who care? Who care? Okay, don't. I don't know who's out there supporting this guy, but he's talking out of both corners of his beak. It's like, who cares? But then I gotta save everybody. It's like, dog, pick a side. You pick a branch. Meanwhile, in other news that can only be explained by, wait, what? The Black Lives Matter movement has been nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. I think generally speaking, this movement as a whole has lots of positivity to it, and I think it's a good thing in lots of ways. But it's also interesting to note that there have been over $1 billion of insurance claims filed as a result of the looting and destruction that happened during these protests. But it is also interesting to note that some of the leaders of this exact same movement have been arrested for a variety of different things, and several of them actually said that looting was a form of reparations. Looting private businesses is reparations. These are the leaders. Okay. Oh well, screw you for paying attention. Doesn't matter. Who cares? You got clapped. Words are illegal. Don't be a speciesist. Don't be a speciesist. Great.